Hey, welcome back. We have a knife here, and I do not know what this one is, so that always makes it interesting. Let's see what we got. Look at that. Freaking beautiful. Demko AD20.5 designated knife opening knife. Did not recognize this address. But now I see. Okay. I do a lot of Demko videos. I've never had like a Demko AD10, but I've also never just had a cold steel AD10. So I figured it was time to give it a try. So let's see what we got here. Okay, got a pocket clip. And we got a big old knife. Immediate impression is, holy crap. This must be a lefty pocket clip. This thing is gigantic. All right, S35 yen blade steel. It's pretty cold out, so it's a little wet there, but ooh, very nice action. Let's get it cleaned up a little bit here and see what we got. It's going to take a while for this to stop having condensation on it. That's all right. So this is the cold steel, I guess you'd call it the OEM. I don't even want to. Ooh, I had a feeling that might happen. Gosh, I'm glad I put it on the angle that I did, because it still came back and got me a little bit. Man, that is some smooth action. Wow, did not expect that. I mean, like I said, I had a feeling, but I didn't think it was going to be that crazy. Holy moly. I mean, I did that. That was less than half. Like it was, that is some action. A lot like the Shark Lock. Okay. There you go. Bleeding on the channel. That's a spot I've never gotten myself. Okay. This is the triad lock. I've never gotten to deal with it. But man, that was something. Okay, sweet, sweet. Man, that thing really freaking guillotines back at you when you let go of it. If you hold that lock down after, there is just nothing there to stop that from coming back around to your hands. So I don't know if there's like a good way of one-handed. I don't think there's really a good way of one-handed modulation for this lock, honestly. It's a beast. Much bigger than I thought it would be. That's the same size as like a full size. Maybe the blade stock thickness is more like an AD20S, but it's generally the size of a full size AD20, which, you know, I've probably looked at the stats online and realized that it would be, but handle's even bigger. See a lot of common lines here in terms of how they put the knife together. I like the finger choil on the AD20 a bit more. It gives you a little more room before you're up on the blade. You can really see the difference in the size of that finger choil or the way that it's put together. And this one's not bad, it works fine, but anyway. I'll just wipe a little bit of this blood off here. Got exciting on the channel, man. That's like, I hadn't bled for like a few months on the channel. I got myself like twice in a week or something. But I have been trying some new knives, and that's one of those things that happens when you try a new knife. But it's very similar to this, where when you let go of that Shark Lock, man, that thing is... I saw someone with skiff bearings doing this on a video, and this is completely flat. If you time it right, you don't even have to do anything with the right bearings. I can't do it on this one, but maybe if I adjusted it a little bit, might get there. Anyway, let's put that away. Stay focused here, because you do have a very similar action. So I mean, look, you can get this thing for what, 110 to 100 and 200 bucks. S35 yen blade steel. Man, it is hard to imagine another knife this size, this kind of locking mechanism, this tough for that price. That's pretty crazy. Hell of a grind on it too, man. Really nice bidirectional satin grind where you have the lines going this way here and down and up here. Big old jimping on it all the way from here to there. That thing is a monster, man. See why people like them. See why people became Demko fans in the past based on this knife. I mean, that is no joke. We'll get on the back here. It's pretty much just a lanyard hole. I thought maybe for a second it was like a glass breaker. I guess you could probably use it for that, but I'm not personally looking for that feature in a knife that I'm buying. Triad lock is super interesting. Just looking at how that all engages. So you have the stop pin in between the 2 points of contact. That thing is robust. You can maybe see that from inside too. And it's a pretty heavy spring on there. That's something I noticed. The G10 is really nice. Really nicely done. Just feels good in the hand. There's a little hot spot right here, like between the pocket clip and the lock. That's a really kind of weird pocket clip too. Not a big fan of a double wide pocket clip. I'm sure there's some aftermarket ones for this. But pretty much what you'd expect from Demko, I'd say. Something you can go slice some paper with, but then somehow miraculously you can still hold your weight if you had to jam it into a tree and save your life. It's, granted, this isn't their another US. It's pretty good. Pretty good. It's definitely not perfect. But that's pretty damn good edge. Yeah, I'm impressed. Big old Demko AD10. It's not like my style of knife, to be honest. Like I like the big Demko here, but you know, a big part of it's the fidgetiness that makes me love this knife. And although that's why I didn't get one of these for a long time. You're going, oh, wait, this guy, the Demko guy, he hadn't had an AD10 before. Well, I just you know, this wasn't really what I was looking for. It's a cool knife, but to me it's, you know, just not my style. What can I say? But it made me pay for it. It said, have you not had me for so long? I'm gonna bite you. Yeah, so pretty much what I expected, but maybe bigger. Classic Demko over-delivering on size. And then also just the action, a little smoother than I expected. Yeah, I just don't think I realized just how, especially when it's folded, that is a tall, tall knife. Like if you ever thought your pair of 3 was tall, that's how tall the AD10 is. It's another 20%, 25% taller than like a Spyderco. And that's like the bottom end of it. This is just, there's a lot of blade there, man. Not a super, like, you could see the blade probably ends here. It's not a super efficient, there's a lot of extra room here that the, where the 8020, the blade is a lot more embedded into the handle on the 8020 and the 8020S. And these are still, you know, not short. These are still tall knives, but definitely more efficiently laid out than the AD10. So that's just a big honking knife. It's almost a knife that says, I can be folded, but might as well just leave me out. Might as well just grab a sheath, shove it in there, take off the thumb studs, and call it a day. That is quite a knife. I really want to get that thumb action. See if I can get it. There we go. The reverse flicks feels like it's a little more intuitive to me, even though I just failed it twice in a row. That was totally a user. But you really need to get a lot of momentum, and that hand motion seems a little better. So I think that's all I got on this one. You know, like it's nothing wrong with it. It does what it does, and I think the Shark Lock's the next evolution of this knife. So I think that's all for now. Please like, subscribe. Let me know what I don't know about these in the comments, and I will see you on the next one. Take care.